Well, I can't give you the odds, but what I can tell you is that we've got to get the job done. I mean, I think a lot of the success of the Legacy Amendment ultimately will be measured by whether or not we accomplish just that. I mean, there are many other things involved with the Legacy Amendment, but I think it is true that many people voted for the Legacy Amendment because of that piece, the piece that said we are going to have some of this money dedicated to clean water, and we're going to spend that money for cleaning up Minnesota's lakes, streams, rivers. And that is such an important thing to this state. It's not only important for recreational purposes, it's important for the health of habitat, for human health, and many other things. We almost define ourselves in this state by being a place of wonderful water. But it's not all clean, and we know that, and we've known that for a long time. And that's one of the reasons part of the legacy money was dedicated to that purpose. We do have some concern. We do need to use some of this money for more testing and monitoring, but that in and of itself will not clean up water. That will tell us where the problem is, but we need to do more than that. So I think this is one of those areas where everybody has to be vigilant, and there has to be a lot of pressure, frankly, on state government to ensure that we achieve that outcome. One of the complications is that we have a fairly fragmented and complicated approach to how we deal with water. We have a number of state agencies and organizations, a lot of local units of government, and we have a lot of activities, a lot of human activity that impacts water. So it's a very complex issue to address, and we have a complex organizational structure in government to do it. But again, I think this has to be in the forefront, and I think some of the conservation and environmental organizations that worked hard to get the Legacy Amendment adopted, largely because of the clean water piece, they have already kind of been raising the red flag and saying this is a real concern. We quote in our report an individual who represents one of the key organizations in Minnesota that is concerned with water, saying he is concerned, and he happens to be a former commissioner of the Department of Natural Resources, former state senator, and we quote him saying he is very concerned that at the end of 25 years we will not accomplish what we should with this significant amount of money in terms of cleaning up our waters.